In this video, I'll be talking about why I think LEGO should stop downsizing their LEGO Star Wars sets. So welcome back everyone to another LIFEBrickS Studios video. My name is Tyler, and in today's video I'll be going over why I think LEGO should stop downsizing, kind of their middle grade LEGO Star Wars sets. So I'm not talking about 4+, I'm not talking about UCS sets, I'm talking about pretty much just all the regular system LEGO Star Wars sets. And we've been seeing this decline since about 2014. Ever since the AAT from episode 1, we got the Turbo Tank from 2016, we've even got all the newer sets now. Of course, we've got the kind of the whole wave that's been kind of downsized. We got the new Slave 1 coming out that's going to be downsized. We've got the Imperial Shuttle that came out that's going to be downsized. We've got the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing, and even the MTT from 2014. So there's been a whole lot of LEGO Star Wars sets that have been downsized over the years from their original counterpart. And a lot of these, I guess, at the end of the day, you guys can't say the original was, small as well. And then the kind of the middle grade was halfway big. But then pretty much ever since 2014, everything has been just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So yeah, in this video, I'll be kind of going over why I think that's not a good thing for LEGO. So I'll be the first one to say, I don't think they're bad sets. I genuinely don't think they are terrible sets, and they're not worth the value of what LEGO is putting them out on the shelf for. But in this video, I'll be kind of going over why I think LEGO should just either not do it in general, or they should be going back and doing both versions, and not just doing the downsized sets. Since I think, so like I said in the beginning of the video, I think 4+ sets is perfect because, with LEGO not doing LEGO Star Wars Duplo for some reason, which, again, people have talked about, I wonder if it's a licensing thing, but if LEGO was doing LEGO Star Wars Duplo, then again, and even the 4+ stuff, that takes care of the 3-year-olds, the 4-year-olds, the 5-year-olds, the 6-year-olds, all the way up until probably 7 or 8, and then they can start getting into kind of some of the more regular sets. A lot of these sets do say 8 to 14, some of the battle packs 6 to 12, 7 to 12. So right around 7 or 8 years old, they can say you guys can get into the regular sets. But again, it's your own discretion. I mean, at least these sets are not impossible to make. The only sets I genuinely think should be kind of age gated a little bit, recommended, are some of the Technic sets, the huge Bugatti Technic set. I mean, I don't see a 6-year-old ever being able to make that, but this video is going to be over Star Wars itself, and so yeah, I think all that's good. And then I think when you get to again 8 years old all the way up until 16 to 18 to 20 even, when you might not have the most money in the world unless your parents are buying you everything, but you guys can't really get a job. You guys will probably just be working off of allowance, or even a minimum wage job with a $200 paycheck every other week. And at that point, you guys probably have to pay for your car, car insurance and phone bill and other stuff like that. So you guys pretty much have no disposable income for LEGO, which at that point, a $50 X-Wing definitely sounds better than an $80 X-Wing. But pretty much what I think here is, and even with the UCS sets, then that classifies for 18+, or adult collectors that have the money to that, they have that option if they want to, just like in the summer, buy a $350 gunship compared to a retail 120 gunship. They can go ahead and do that. They've got the money, they have the option. And then same with the downscale, 4+ ones, they have the option to buy one that's super miniature. If they want something that they don't have the most space on their shelf, or just want something for the a little desk display piece, then go buy the 4+ one, even if you're older. But I feel like the whole entire middle grade of LEGO Star Wars sets should not be getting this downsized treatment altogether. I think, like I said, there's a few of these that are staying the same. Hopefully, the Bad Batch shuttle, stays about in scale as to what a shuttle should be in that size. For $100, I would assume so. But something like the Imperial shuttle, we just had one a couple of years ago that was bigger, and I guess it is nice to have this option now available. But I just think that for having such a broad middle ground there from ages 8 to pretty much then all the way up, say even 30, 40. I mean, there's some 30 and 40-year-olds that aren't on their feet totally yet. They don't have all the money in the world either. Again, and even the UCS sets can go all the way up until 80. I mean, you could be an 85-year-old and still not have all the money. So I think to have such a broad, horizon there of, market, people, your demographics, pretty much everybody at that point. It's not limited to, young people, older people. That I think that LEGO should be just really going back to kind of how they were doing it, just regular size sets. And another thing LEGO's been slacking on too, I feel, is the minifigure selection. And I get at that point, so it's kind of weird in my opinion. Most of these UCS sets, unless it's an MBS set, only come with one minifigure. So you get no minifigures in there. 4+ sets only come with 1 or 2 minifigures also. And then also in the regular system sets, they only come with like, you know, 2 or 3 minifigures for your money as well. The Grievous Starfighter, 3 minifigures for 80. We have that one Resistance ITS transport or whatever, like 4 minifigures for 100. We have all these different things that I feel like should be getting more Lego minifigures, like how they were 10 years ago, and I'm just not really understanding why they're doing this. Again, this is kind of like a rant video, kind of why I think Lego should be doing it. I think they're good sets. Again, they're doing it, but I think just because we were spoiled with what we had 10 years ago, and it's not really making sense why they're downscaling when, you know, inflation is happening, so the market is overvalued now, or, you know, not the dollar's overvalued now, so a dollar now, you know, it's cost more than it did, you know, 10 years ago. And so in that regard, we're getting less for our money, even more so now. We're overpaying retail on some of these sets as well. You know, Grievous Starfighter for 80 bucks. I don't understand what Lego's doing. I think they're doing perfectly fine as a company. I mean, there's no reason why they have to be, you know, setting these prices. You know, they're not hurting for money. And they're... So like I said, guys, this is like a quick little discussion video. I just want to kind of start a topic down below as to why I think it's a bad idea. I just think it's really bad that, you know, pretty much they're one line of sets that like is, you know, available for everybody technically, like for like 80 years of like range of like lifespan right there is like kind of gonna like go down as like their worst, you know, theme, I think. Because I think 4+, we can't really hate it for what it is. You know, UCS sets, again, we can't hate it for what it is. If people want it and have the money for it, go ahead. But I think for every single just regular system set from like, you know, the price of 15 bucks all the way to like 160 bucks, I think Lego really needs to step their game up here. I think Lego's definitely going downhill a little bit, especially in the Star Wars theme. We've seen it in Marvel as well, and even, you know, DC. I think some of those waves have been absolute trash lately, and I'm not too sure why. I don't know, you know, what Lego's really thinking here. I don't know if they're getting a little too comfortable, but that's pretty much all for this video, guys. I just want to start a little discussion. Again, I'm not hating on Lego. I'm not, you know, trying to whine about this topic. It's just a genuine thing that I just don't really see why they're doing it. I don't think it's a good thing. I think they need to stop it. I think they need to get their act together, and I'd love to hear your guys' opinion down below. So that's pretty much all for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, and I'll see you guys all then. Bye, guys. Stay safe.